Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Or welcome to my channel if you're new here. So today we're doing something a little different. So I've been playing Dinkum for a little while and posting those videos, but I thought I'd actually look into InZoi and the new update. So I played InZoi first when they did the early release. Played around for a couple of hours, had a bit of fun, but I know it's an early release, so it's just I'm waiting for them to release more things and more content, because I felt like, although it is fun and they've put in the gameplay and all of that, it still felt like it was missing something, for me at least. So now I'm looking in, trying to see what they've added with this update, and just to have a look around. So one of the things that you could get while they were promoting the update was this funky looking shirt with a cat on it. Gotta love it. I mean, I'm obviously a fan of cats, so I had to have the shirt. Not sure if I'll be using it much. It's not really something my style. Just having a look at if they've added any new clothes. I mean, the game is very super customizable. You can obviously add your own kind of clothes, you can adjust it and all of that, but sometimes I don't feel like it. I'm not going to do it in this video because I just want to see what they've basically added. So these seem to be the outfits they've added for the new vacation world. It's very cute looking. And I do like the fact that you can actually change the colors. And you can actually add your own patterns, which is also very cool. I also like the fact that you've got like a plain looking outfit, so if you don't like the big textiles, which I think majority don't, you can just do your own color swatch, which is really nice. So it doesn't look like they added a lot. It's like what, 9 outfits that they added. I'll stick to this one, and I'll choose this color. I think the only other outfit that I'm going to change is the bathing suit, because we are going on vacation, so I might as well just change it. But I will change the color of it just to match my character. I don't know if you like me, but I could probably spend hours on the character creation, especially with all the options. Sometimes too many options is not good for me, so I'll make it quick in here. I do find it's a bit strange that in pajamas there's like bikinis and stuff in the category, but I don't know if that is intentional or if that's the way they wanted it to be like that. So see, they've added a couple of hats. So this is the one that comes with the actual DLC. It's very cute. Not sure if I'll be using it a lot, but it's very cute looking. And then again, when they were promoting it, this was also one of the hats that you could get. I think for this playthrough, I'm just going to use the adventure trait because, well, we're going to an island, so I do want her to explore a bit, and yeah, let's see how it goes. So something I'm also looking at while doing this playthrough is how accessible it is, and also how easy it is to actually navigate your way around the world and the game itself. Because like for me, I actually do quality assurance professionally for the company that I work for. So for me, I'm always looking at, like, is it easy to use for the customer? Can anyone just pick up the game? What's it like basically for the customer's point of view? Okay, so this is the new map for the new update. Just have a look. So looks like this is where the resort is, and then this is where you would typically want to live. So because we're starting out, we don't have a lot of money, so I'm just going to try to find a house. I'm not going to build a house in this playthrough. Like I said, I just want to have a look around. I don't want to go and spend hours in building because it takes a long time, and I usually take a long time to build. Okay, so it looks like this we can afford this one, so we're just going to go. Okay. So they show you how to play it, so they give you that. I'm going to enable the sheet, so in case we need money or anything like that, I basically can just use it. But I'm going to try not to, because again, I just want to have a look at what they've actually updated. I love the fact that little paws just walked over the screen. Okay, so this is the house. It's very cute, looks like a starter house, so this could be Rags to Riches story that you could basically start with, which is very good. But what I basically want to look at is the farming capability. I do like a bit of a farming game, as you know, so I want to see what I can do. So now I'm just trying to figure out how do I actually do it. I saw that you could buy the plots, so I just want to see if they are easy to find. Okay, so they do come up when you search for it. Okay, so I already see there are some, so I don't need to buy them now. I'll just use the ones we have, but I'm a sucker for a scarecrow, so I'm going to add it. No idea what it does yet, if it scares away birds or if there even is this function in the game, but let's just buy it for funsies. Okay, so I just want to see if we can buy seeds or how we're going to be doing the planting. Because again, I haven't watched any other playthroughs or anything like that. I'm just trying to figure out what I do on my own. I saw my character wanted to grill on food on outside, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a grill. And just place it here. Okay, so just still trying to find seeds. I know these are the flowers that they had previously that you could put into pots, but I'm expecting like proper seeds for farming, but I don't see them here. But I am going to try out okay, this one doesn't work, but it looks like you can just place it here, which is fine. Let's give it a go. Okay, so these are just flowers. Yeah, not exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, so even if I put in seeds, it still only brings up the ones that I can put in the pot. I'm sure I'll figure it out. I'm sure the game will tell me how to do it, so let's see. I also love the fact that my character, first thing she does when she gets in is sits down at the computer. It's such a typical Sims thing to do. So why not carry it over in this game? Okay, so it looks like I can either use my hands to do the soil, or I can use a pitchfork. So now, how do I get a pitchfork? So I'm just looking around if there's anything. So it said I need to use a crafting table, so I'm going to do that. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, so I can craft the different tools that I need. I saw they were talking about you can mine stones and everything, so might as well also do a pickaxe at some point. But first, let's do the pitchfork. I also love like the perspective of this. The wheelbarrow and the crafting table are very large. Oh, and so I've just seen that there was actually really a crafting table, but hey, so that'll teach me for not looking. I'm sure we can just sell the one that we just bought, and then use the one that was actually given on the plot. I'm just looking around the neighborhood. I have to say, like aesthetically, it's really nice looking. Like looks like a real little neighborhood in one of those island towns, um, which is really pretty. Yes, it looks like I can't. Oh. So see, they have some problems with the translation stone chisel, and I see the button isn't translated. Again, this is early access. I'm not expecting it to be a fully fledged game. I'm also fully aware that it is going to have a couple of bugs that I tried playing it when the update was first released, and I didn't record at that point because I was hit with quite a lot of bugs, especially the one with the graphics card. Nothing wrong with my graphics card, it was just something that they hadn't optimized. So I always like to, I know, especially with new games or any updates, I always give them 1 to 2 days to basically, release it into the environment, give it to the customers, let the customers find the correct bugs, and then they usually do a hot fix, which is good. And then I play. I kind of miss the hype. I'm not doing this for the hype, but yeah, just to be aware. Like I probably will never play a game on the first day that it releases. Okay, so the girl was saying that it I couldn't cook on it because it had no fridge available, but I clearly do have a fridge. So I'm not sure if that is a bug or if it needs the fridge outside to have the connectedness. I mean, I would assume it would just basically link up the fridge and the grill, but it's fine. Let's just make something small to eat and then carry on with the farming because that's what I'm actually here to have a look at. This pitchfork is like way bigger than my character. Okay. I love the fact that I asked her to do some food, but then she got distracted with the next interaction, um, which is fine. Okay, so the plots are asking for seeds, but obviously I don't have some, so what is it saying? I need to go to a farming store. Alright, I actually love that idea. I love the fact that you don't have to go to the PC or the computer to buy seeds, and you actually have that experience of going to a farming store. So I love that, so we'll have a look at that. So we're just going to prepare the soil first, and then we're going to go and see if we can find the farming store. Okay, so it looks like I need to craft a watering can too, so I'll definitely do that. And again, she just left the food. So I'm just going to sell this one because we don't need a duplicate one. So my character seems to be enjoying it. She sounds happy. And I actually really do love the fact that this is a free DLC, so with the farming included, because I think it was like some aspect of a life sim. It's only natural to want to be able to go into the farming, route. It's a nice option to have. I know with The Sims, you had to wait a couple of years to get it, and then you had to buy Cottage Living, which by the way is my favorite pack of The Sims 4. I grew up playing The Sims 4, like for most of my life actually. So absolutely loved it when Cottage Living came out. So I appreciate it when this kind of game actually adds it for free. Because not everyone, wants to be spending a lot of money on games. Okay, so I still need to craft the watering can, so I'm going to do that. Just trying to see what the scarecrow looks like up close. Pretty creepy actually. But I love that. I mean, it's with a hyper realistic game, it's bound to look a little like that. So I just wanted to have a look at the managing cities. I know you can adjust the city to the way that you want. Again, I'm not going to be doing it in this game, but I love that. And also the karma system where you basically look after the people in your town, where like you can intervene. But I see I don't have to do that. Obviously, I just started playing the game, so it won't have that option just yet. But here's basically where you would do it. So I also saw that they added motorcycles and such, so I just want to actually have a look and see how expensive they are. It's not that bad. I think if you're starting out, it's actually quite a good price to own them. I won't buy one in this playthrough, but it's just good to see the actual options. I just want to see if they added any new cars, because when I started playing, I actually did buy a car just to have a look. And I see they haven't really added any new cars. I also saw the adopt function, so okay, so it says I can't actually adopt at the moment, which is fine. Just wanted to see at the different options. So you can actually adopt children, toddlers, and infants. Okay, so I'm trying to look for the farming store. I do want to explore the resort at some point, but at the moment let's just focus on getting to the farming store. Oh, there it is. So they have quite a few little markets and stores to explore, which is really nice. So I'll have a look at them at a later stage, but let's first go to the farming store. Okay, so it looks like you go into like a taxi. Alright, there's no animation, you just sort of appear there. Alright. So is this now where you buy the seeds, or these just fruits? Okay, so they actually add as a collectible. So I'm going to just buy one of each, so I can just get the collectible. I wish they had like multiple functions, so you can buy multiple fruits at the sort of the same time. But it's also fine, just to buy them one after each other. love the aesthetic of his little shop. Like where I grew up on the beach, and like a coastal town, we had little shops like this as well. So it's very familiar to me, and it's very cute the way that they've set it up. So here's actually where you can buy the seeds. So I'm gonna buy all of them just to try them out, and I can see you can actually also buy the tools here, but again I actually prefer crafting my own, so we're going to do that. We'll greet the shop owner first. He sounds very excited about something. Okay, so time to go home. Let's plant these seeds. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is a bug or if this is intentional, but it looks like my character is home, but the screen didn't switch actually back to where we are. Well, that's okay. I suppose you can still click on it. Okay, so let's plant some seeds. Again, she's already sitting at the PC, so but let's plant some seeds. So it looks like she walks around with a seed packet, which is a very cute little detail. I'm planting it. I'm just trying to think which ones to do. I think I'll do the 2 trees in the corner. Although I would have expected the trees to have a bigger field rather than just having one square. Would have expected it to have at least 3 squares of, or needing that much space at least. So I actually like the fact that you can mouse over and it tells you what it is and how long it takes to grow. So it looks like, so each plot that you basically have takes about 4 seeds, if it's not a tree. So I also like that. So you buy 1 seed packet and it basically is 4 seedlings. Well, not seedlings, but seeds. So I'm just going to let my character finish watering the crops, and then let's see what we can do next. And while I'm at it, I'm going to water the seedlings or seeds here in the pots. Okay, so it looks like the scarecrow has like a function to harvest all, but it's saying there's no crops nearby. So I'm wondering if that's going to change once it grows, or if it needs to be in like a closer proximity to be able to have that functionality. So from what it looks like, the crops have like a, approximation of 3 to 5 days between the selection that I have, which is quite a good time span to grow crops. Yeah. So I actually wanted to see what was the relationship type. So it looked like she actually liked talking to that Zoe in the shop. I'm looking for the needs of my Zoe. I'm sure I'll figure it out somewhere. That's why I'm clicking around, just trying to figure it out. Okay, so here's where we can see the collectibles. So from earlier, if you remember, we were buying them and then it would pop up that we've got a collection. So this is where you can view it, and you have like a little bit of an overview. So it looks like it says a family log. So I'm assuming that when you've got multiple Zois that you are basically playing with, that depending on which Zoi it basically is that collects that item, it actually shows up collectively, so it's not limited to one character, which is a nice way to actually do it, because then like at least you don't have to do it for each Zoi, basically trying to finish a collection. Again, I'm also one of those people that likes to play a game and then collect all the items within the game. I suppose that's the pull majority of these games, is that that's how they keep you in it, right? Is that they know majority of us would want to collect something and won't stop playing until we've got all the collectibles. And I suppose there comes a time where you have to decide, is it more important to complete that achievement or get the collectible, or move on from the game if you're actually not having any fun. I sometimes have a hard time doing that, deciding on if I should give up the game or not, because I like completing things. Even if I know it's not working out for me, or I'm just making myself miserable. I don't know, like that's probably like a terrible mindset to have, but it is something I do struggle with daily as well. Also in work, sometimes you have to sort of decide, is this working out for me, or is this like something, find a different perspective of how to do things, or carry on with what you're doing. I do at some point hope they have the ability to add pets. I think you can, but they're ornamental as far as I know. Like, please correct me if I'm wrong. Like I said, I haven't played it since the early access, and I'm not going to look into it at this point. But it would be nice to add pets, especially a cat. I know the cats that you see in the beginning screen, in the sequence, walking around and doing like little foolish things. I know they're gimmicky and they're supposed to act like the gods of the world. At least that's what I understood from the lore for this game. But it would be nice to have like a little representation that actually lives in your house. It could also be like a little guide that takes you through the game, so it would be, So, okay, so we just got a message of the welfare office. Apparently they're going to send us a welcome kit. So it says a home farm kit, and I must look in the mailbox. I think this is a really great idea. I just feel like this is quite a delay, because I've been playing for 40 plus minutes already, and it's now giving me the welcome pack for farming, even though I've basically crafted already and gone to the store. So there's a bit of a delay. Again, I'm not ratting on the game. It is in early access. Again, I think they're still working on a lot of the features, trying to iron it out. But I do feel that when you are in the game, it should definitely really do that within the first 5 to 10 minutes of you exploring, because now, like, I have duplicate tools, which again is fine. Free items are free items. It's always good. I'm sure they break as well, so it's good to have basically a second set or replacement for that. Yeah, and also at the end of the day, this is just my opinion on like how to play, or like how you would basically introduce players into the game. I'm not saying this is the way that they should do it, or that it, like, you know, everyone wants it like that. So it's literally just my opinion on me looking at the game, and what I think could just need a little bit of improvement. Okay, me still trying to figure out where my needs are for my Zoe. I'm probably either blind, or like somebody's screaming at me right now and saying that it's so obvious you're missing it. Why are you missing it? Again, I'm just trying to look at like how easy it is to find something and to see something. And I mean, obviously when I'm usually watching somebody play, I always know everything better, right? Because you're watching somebody play and you see things that they don't, and then you probably like sometimes screaming at the screen saying, "Why can't you see it? Like, it's so obvious. You've missed this item." And let me assure you, it's completely different when you're playing it and you're recording yourself, or you know, like you're aware that someone's watching you, even if not directly somebody's watching you. Um, you always have that sort of awareness in the back of your mind, and then you obviously miss these kind of things, and sometimes you look like a fool, and that's okay. I mean, if I look like a fool and you're having a laugh, or you're getting upset right now, please don't get upset. It's That's just the way it goes sometimes. All right, so let's have a look what we can do. So I really, like I said, I wanted to actually just see what the game has added. So let's have a look at some of the little shops and the beach. So we're going to get going. Again, it looks like she's going to get that taxi. So let's see if the animation works this time. That it actually takes me to the place. Okay, so I guess it's not doing that. So I have to at this point assume it is a bug or something that they are working on. Um, so it, because I remember when we first started playing in the early access, it would actually show you an animation of you driving there. I don't know if like I'm imagining it now. It was so long ago when I did the early access, or at least it changed the screen when you did get to your destination, because I do understand that that's their loading screens in some instances. So it is something that they obviously need to work on, because I could be staring at this car for hours, um, you know, without realizing I'm already at my destination. I love how my character has just decided to sit by some random person in the cafe. Love the look of the cafe, by the way. And I don't know about you guys, but I love the fact, the way that the food looks in games. It's the same as when you're watching animes. And I don't know, but like whenever I see food in animes, it looks so beautiful. I really do wish like food looked like that in real life. Um, but it's very nicely done. I love the fact that it looks like that. It's very cute. You can see the different scooter options that you can actually buy outside as well. Okay, so I find this very interesting. So she's just bought a cup of coffee, but instead of actually going back to the seat where the food is, she's decided to sit somewhere else. I don't know. I would also sort of expect her to go back to her seat where her food is. But again, early access, so I'm not expecting it to do that. Just imagine that in real life you get up to get a cup of coffee, you've abandoned your food at a table, you go sit down somewhere else, drink your cup of coffee, finish that, and then you come back to the table where your food is. I mean, that would be hilarious, but also the fact your food probably not be there by the time you got back. At least not where I live. There's not a chance you leave anything unattended without it disappearing at some point. I see there's a dog outside the shop. Okay, so it looks like there's like a water taxi, so that takes you over to the resort. So maybe let's see if we can actually go to the beach when my characters finish eating. Also, I like the fact that there are actually other Zois walking around and doing things. Again, I don't expect it to be perfect, but it does kind of give a nice feeling to the game of being alive. Because I know with some Sims or life simulation games, it can feel quite empty, especially if you are sort of alone in the world and there's maybe one other character or NPC. Um, so it's a nice add that they actually are auto generated in here. But just look at how stunning this looks. I mean, it looks like a real beach. Looking at it, I mean, you would sort of never think you're in a video game. It's so hyper realistic, and I think they're using Unreal Engine, so obviously it's going to look like that. But it's very, very beautiful. Same as, like, look at the little food stalls, like the attention to detail of adding those kind of things onto the beach, which makes it again a life sim. Like look at that, look at the skewers, it looks so realistic. It looks like something that you could actually go and buy at like your local market or little food stalls. Yeah, all right. She so yeah, I mean, it's a game, right? But she just ate those prawns whole, like the head, the tail, and the shell of it. If you did that in real life, do not do that. You'll get really, really sick. Or you could stomach it. My husband has a stomach of a goat, so he would probably survive it. I would 100% would not. Okay, so my game just crashed and my recording, so I have to redo that. But anyway, so like I was saying, it looks like my character has taken it upon herself to feed her. I still haven't found a way to look at my needs, so I'm just assuming she needs to do that. But it is very much something that I would probably do as well, is try a whole bunch of different foods if I am at the beach and I see all these stalls. It's like one of those things where I love trying new things, especially new food. And my poor husband always pays for my poor choices because I always choose food and then I end up not really liking it. And he's the one who basically saves me by eating it. Bless him. So he's basically my food rubbish bin. Anyway, I love the fact that they've added all these little stalls on the beach. It really does make it feel alive. and just adds to that, you know, like life sim cozy vibe. um, it's very well done. You can see they've put in a lot of love into this game. So I know they've added swimming, so I'm going to try see how it works in the ocean. Okay, so it doesn't actually say go swimming, it just says go here, and then the character sort of knows what to do. So I'm just trying to see how we can get over to the resort, or how we can do that. See, there's like a water taxi here, so I'm going to try do that. And then while I'm just trying to look at the actual animation, so it looks like my character is just underneath the surface of the water. I know they said they're still working on the actual animation and improving the swimming. It's just funny to see it look like that. Don't mind, my cat just walked all over my keyboard, which tends to happen in my house quite a lot. So I saw earlier there is a way to get across to the resort. Looks like a water taxi. So I wonder if it works just like the taxis that you get on the inland, where it drives you, or the bus basically go from place to place, which would be nice. Like a water taxi where it drives you over, which is really nice, or a ferry even would be nice. But I guess the distance here is no real need for a ferry, so. Okay, so they actually give you the option to rent a boat yourself. So I actually really like that idea. Okay, so we don't have a lot of money, so I'm just going to get the cheapest one. I'm not about the fancy boat skill for now in this game through. I just want to have a look at what they added, you know, the gameplay, how easy is it to use. So I really do like the look of this boat. It looks really nice, and that actually looks like a really good screenshot as well if you like posing your Zois and taking photos and such. I know there's some players who really love doing that. But yeah, it looks really cool. I really do love the freedom of vehicles in these kind of games. And the controls are actually really good, it's very smooth. So yeah, I really do enjoy it. Also, look at these jellyfish. Sorry, it's behind the camera. Let me just move. So these jellyfish, they are huge. I don't know if they are that big in real life. I've never seen jellyfish that big, but those look like aliens, and you'd never catch me in the water if I saw those. I mean, I'm genuinely not a fan to swim in waters where it's known to have jellyfish, you know, floating around. So yeah, but okay. So I would have liked a ladder here, so my character could have actually, you know, walked up to the dock. But again, early access, it's something that they could probably add at a later stage. So let's just have a look at the resort. It looks so nice, the jetty. It's like it's got like this really nice beachy island vibe, which I really really love. I mean, it promises what it basically delivers what it promised. So that's always a good thing. And again, you can buy a swimsuit here, or you can buy a surfboard, which is a really nice touch. You can basically, they've decorated the beach so you can lie and sit wherever, just like a real resort, which is a really nice touch. Little campfire or bonfire. Okay, wow. Oh, for a second there, I thought it was a really big ice cream, but I just realized it's actually marshmallows that the guy is toasting on the fire, which makes a lot of sense. I don't know why my brain thought it was ice cream, but that's actually such a cute little touch.
Quizzy drip stew.
Okay, so my character did not like that interaction. She is not happy. It's okay. Probably because he didn't share the marshmallows, because wouldn't you be upset if somebody was roasting marshmallows and they didn't share it with you? I know I would. Okay, so this looks like a firework waving around. I will not wave around in my face like that, but, you know, each to their own. Okay. I won't mention the erratic animation that one Zoe just did, and I have no idea where my character is going, but apparently she does not appreciate the beach or the aesthetics here, so she'd rather go and sit on a park bench. She looks like she's like, get me off this island. Just trying to see where the resort is so we can get a accommodation. Does anybody else know the show? I don't know if it is something that is an American show or an English show, but in Germany there is a show called Help, I'm a Star, Get Me Out of the Jungle. I feel like my Zoe probably feels like that. She's subjected to this experiment that I'm making her go through. She really doesn't want to be at this island resort, you know, first world problems. She wants to be home farming. Anyway, so yeah, so you've just noticed that Puggy has left the bed, and I've had to straighten out the bed because Blossom, she's very rambunctious, so she does not do anything half measures. She literally just bulldozes her way or jumps into everything, so it's always a little bit chaotic. But anyway, so I've just straightened out the bed for her if she feels like she wants to lie in there. And here she comes past. No, she just wants love. And to steal my pen. And there goes Pixel. You can just see his little tail tip in the camera. Okay, so this is the resort. It looks really nice. So this is what I would expect a resort to look like in real life. So this is so nice. I know I'm not trying to compare The Sims to InZoi, but a lot of Simmers have been asking for hotels and resorts, and so it's really nice that InZoi has actually added it for free. So it's really like, it's, you know, they've put so much love into this update. It still has a lot of bugs, and it will have an early access. I'm not here to criticize that. You know, just because you mention bugs or improvements does not take away from the fact that how much love they've actually put into it and what it looks like. So, you know, it looks really nice, and it's, because it's a free DLC, it's really, really good. So it gives you something to explore and to do as a Zoe. Wow. Okay. So I've never seen this in real life, but I do appreciate the giant shark in an aquarium in the lobby. I mean, the poor shark's in a very small tank. I would have probably enjoyed if you could like click on it and gave you some information on the shark or the species of the shark, but it's such a quirky little thing to add to the game. So anyway, so as you can see, the camera's just moved again because Blossom and Pixel are fighting next to me. So like, I'm gonna wait until they are done doing their little chaos gremlin things, and then I'm going to correct the camera because there's a lot of traffic right now and a lot of throughway. Okay, so I'm going to try find my room organically. I know there was a pop-up. I didn't read it properly, but I'm just hoping, again, like this is something that just organically I can find where my room is, or there's some sort of notification or signage or something for me to find. So, because although I do appreciate the click here functionality in that, I am one of those people that sort of likes finding their way in a game just by exploring and looking around. And I think that's the whole point, is the fact that like the environment looks so beautiful. You can take your time walking around, looking at things. Yeah, I mean, like in a way, it's a walking simulator, but I wouldn't, say that about this game, because it's your choice. You don't have to do any of those things. So what it describes here is that in order to go, you have to click on go to room. Like, so you go on your character and then you go to your room. So let's see if I can do that. So it doesn't look like there is any other way to do that. Okay, so I'm excited, I'm going to play basketball, but that's not what they meant when I said click on your character. Okay, so I have to click here. Okay, so there is no option to go to room, but it says go to accommodation, which I'm assuming is the same thing. Again, I appreciate the early access and localization, and the translations are always the last thing that you basically concentrate on when you do these things. I'm very well aware. I mean, I work in this kind of industry where we do the same things. We first sort of, because we are English-based company, obviously our first, we always work on the English-based product first, and then comes the localization, where in this one it's the reverse. Basically, they develop in Korean. Everything is in Korean, if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And then they work on the translation. So probably half the time they're using Google Translate or some AI translation, which there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with it, because it's just one of those things that when you are doing this kind of development, you focus on the functionality first, and hope that works out, and then you can come back and revise the translation. So as long as the player knows what you're sort of talking about, it's not a train smash. Also, look at this. Like, this is so stunning. I actually don't know if I added this or if this is a default, but this is drones doing like a firework display. I really love this. I wish I could actually have the opportunity to see this in real life. I'm such a fan of the drone light shows. So I know with my first playthrough and my first world, I actually edited the world to the way that I like it. I put a lot of cherry blossom trees in, and I put drones in, and I put those giant, I think it was pandas and cats in. Like, you can put them in the parks. I put those in, and I also added a lot of wildlife, which were pandas. I love pandas. So every opportunity I have, I'll add a panda somewhere. Okay, so this is actually where my accommodation is. I would never have found this if I did not click on her for this. This is not what I expected for a small apartment, but doesn't this look absolutely stunning? I mean, this is like somewhere where I would like to stay or vacation in real life. Doesn't have to be fancy, but it looks so simple and clean, nicely decorated, and surrounded by the ocean. Absolutely am a fan of ocean and water aesthetics. I'm such a water rat, so this is absolutely up my alley. So I'm just also like looking at what I can actually do. So my character can actually have a lie down and look at the sky, which is a nice little feature to add. I'm just trying to give her some privacy while she is showering. I mean, the water looks stunning. So it looks like you can actually walk into the water from here, like with the steps. Again, it just says go here, quickly move here. It doesn't say go swimming. And you can tan on the towel in your room, or you can use the lounger, which is really nice. Nice little touches that they added. Oh, it looks like Puggy's trying to come back to the bed. No, she changed her mind. Okay, so I'm going to put my character to sleep, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to quickly just correct the camera from the chaos, because the chaos gremlin has left us, but she'll be back, I know it. Yes, but look at it. Also, I love the fact that they've added boats. Again, it adds to that realism. Puggy trying to come back, hogging the camera. Okay, no, she just wants to come for lovings. If you hear any strange noise, it's me cuddling the cat. Oh, and there she goes. Oh, I knew I was going to find my needs at some point. Okay, I have to say, like, one of the things that really I don't really like is the fact that they don't sleep throughout the night. Now I have to put her back to sleep because you can't see it, but behind the camera is the time, and it's 2 a.m. So I understand they probably coded it in such a way that once she's well rested, she gets up. But I mean, it doesn't make any sense unless you are a nighttime person or going to do that kind of gameplay. Okay, I mean, what it looks like, she's uncomfortable because she's hungry. So it might be that I actually just need to feed her. But I'm hoping she's going to sleep through the night regardless, and then we can get going. I'm just trying to see if there's a place we can find in the morning to have breakfast. So it looks like there's quite a few places to explore, like the temple, there's a cafe, there's the resort facilities. I'm hoping that's where the massage, and then hopefully the snorkeling. I haven't figured out how to do the snorkeling yet, but I'm hoping that it actually gives me, or basically guides me to that interaction. Okay, so she woke up again and it's way too early, but let me just try feed her quickly. I'm going to do a quick meal, so I'm going to do the prepared mango, and hopefully that helps with sleeping through the night. My Zoe is like a toddler that doesn't want to go to bed. You know, when you put a toddler to bed and like every 10 minutes they come back because they they think there's something far more interesting happening than sleeping, and then you constantly having to convince them to go back to bed. Well, at least with this one you could just click on it and they actually do it. I do appreciate the sounds of the ocean and the seagulls. It's a nice little touch. So one more time back to bed, and hopefully after that it'll be enough to go and explore. So if you hear any background noise, I do try to filter it out when I do my edits, but you usually hear one of my cats or more than one of my cats. The same with the cat can. I'm going to leave it empty now until one of them decides to come back. I was trying to do a recording earlier with one of them, and I have two black cats, so one is my husband's, one is mine, and the one is always usually with me. Her name is Charlotte, and bless her, she was in the camera, and especially at night the lighting isn't very good in here, so you don't really recognize that it's a black cat. And I'm sure any black cat owner will tell you when you, doesn't matter if you try to take a photo with them with the correct lighting or with the flash or anything, you can never really see their features, which is such a shame because black cats are so beautiful. I love my little black void, but I always feel so bad because you can't really see her in the camera. So if she does decide to sleep in the bed and I am busy recording, I'm going to leave her in. So if you just see like a black mass, just be aware that is a cat. It's probably Charlotte sleeping in there. So only time you'll see her if she like opens your eyes and actually looks at the camera. Okay, so we're going to take a taxi now to the resort. I'm hoping that it has the animation to tell me when I'm there. Okay, good, it does. Okay, so let's find this cafe so we can get some breakfast. Or not we, but my character. So this looks like a cute little bakery. Wonder like how it works. So anyway, you see Blossom, like I was telling you, she's very rambunctious. She just leapt into this bed. And now she needs to just settle down. Okay, so it doesn't look like we can actually order from here just yet. But this cafe looks so cute. I mean, this is like somewhere where I'd probably go and eat in real life too. I see my character is hungry. You saw the animation just above her head. I don't blame her looking at all that food. I'm also slightly hungry. So, I mean, there's people walking around. I can't order, so it says cannot move towards target. Fair enough. You can't see the time behind my camera, but it's not that early. It's past 8 o'clock. I would expect in this game and at a holiday resort for them to be able to at least serve breakfast already. A lot of tourists, even though they are on holiday, like to get going pretty early. So it's a bit strange. Also don't have the ability to see when it opens here, or at least I'm missing it. So I'm just going to look at this employee and I'm going to stare him down and hopefully he comes towards me, opens it, but it did look like I'm having a lot of luck with that. Yeah, so I can't see anywhere where it tells me when I can access it and how I can access it. Honestly, like if this was in real life and an employee just walked past me, I probably would have left by now, so I suppose that's a good thing to do here. Just go find a different place to eat. So it looks like there is a place close nearby. I'm just going to quickly correct the cat because she's moved the bed out of the way, so just give her a little pet because it's such a good little girl. Sorry. She's probably also wondering, like, what the hell, Mom, why are you moving me around so much? Yeah, you can see she's got a little annoyed little face. Yeah, she's got a little dark little face, like she looks like she's wearing a mask. So my husband and I always refer to her as our little raccoon baby or our trash panda. But you can see she has like that little personality. She is so full of life. She's like a little jumping bean. Her and her brother. Usually we have to fight with those two with the keyboard. And my husband can tell you that as well. Like she does not care. Like if she wants to step on your keyboard, she will step on your keyboard. Like there's no point in trying to chase her off or trying to hold her off. She's just going to do it, and there's no point in getting upset about it. She's a cat. And especially they're still young, they're kittens, they're about 6 months old now, maybe 5 months, I can't remember. And we got them from the neighbors, so we're not quite sure how old they are. Yeah, so I mean that's the life of cats, right? You kind of accept the behavior and you roll with it. Yeah, don't let something like that stress you out. And also they bring so much joy, so it's it's a fair trade. And you can see now she's all nice and sleeping. And you can hear I'm talking about her. Little ears twitching. Okay, so where can I eat? Okay, so I can just order from here. Let's see what the options are. Alright, I think I'm going to be boring and just do like a English breakfast. I just again want to see what it looks like aesthetically, what the animation is and all that. I really do love the beachy vibe. I love the fact that the furniture is on the beach. You know, that has that transition from like a little beach bar, and the furniture's on the sand, and you've got like a pagoda, well I don't know what it's called, but little seaters where you can sit, and you know, can sit just by the ocean, which is a really nice little touch. I mean, something that I would actually improve or, you know, appreciate is instead of ordering from the board, you can actually order it from the NPCs running around, because there are quite a few, one behind the bar and a couple of walking around, which look like the waiting staff. It would add just that little bit of extra if you could actually interact with them and order food from them. Or drinks. I didn't see that ability. Maybe I need to talk to them. Maybe I haven't put the effort into actually trying it out. But yeah. But look at that food again. It looks so stunning. It's so simple, but it just looks really, really good. That guy's thinking about tables. Sorry, I'm trying to see the view that my character would have, but you just got a view full of a wall. I do apologize for that. Okay, so I'm trying to see if I can get her food needs up a bit. Again, you can't see it, it's behind the camera. You don't need to see it, but I just want to see if I can get the food need up a bit or full before I carry on with the adventure. Also, I love the music that they added into the game. It really adds to that sort of cozy in the atmosphere of, you know, the island living. It's really well done. Also, I love the fact my character's sitting at the spot where the previous NPC was, where they left their cap unattended. It's definitely a choice. Okay, so let's see if we can find our way to the actual resort and the facilities there. I'm careful to cross the roads in this game, so that's why I'm looking at, because it's probably just again from the early access. But there was a bug at if you cross the road, the cars would just run you over. So I'm just looking and just cautious. Yeah, but again, look at this. I mean, this is so stunning to just walk around. So much love went into this. So they added things for kids, which is really nice. Let's see if we can use a swing. Okay, so it looks like you can't use more than one Zoi to use a swing, even though there's two swings, which is okay. That might be intentional, but I mean, it's functional, so it's nice. You can also have these riding pony, not sure what they're called in English, but you know those where you can mechanical pony and stuff, like you can ride those. That's really nice. It's you can see this game is made with family gameplay in mind. So you know, it's nice that they've actually thought of the different family and the life stages and actually added that into the game. It's very well thought out. Okay, so I'm just looking here again, like if this is how I can interact with the resort, but this is just the bar staff. But look at that pool. So again, I just want to see if we can try this out. I love pools, so if we were in The Sims right now, I'd definitely building a pool, and because I mean I love pools in real life as well, and I know you sickos, I'm not thinking about drowning my Sims when I say I build a pool. I just love the actual gameplay of the water sports and the animation. I'm just looking at it from here again. Love the look of the water. Okay, oops, I'm just a little stuck here. Hold on. I did try to click on the little life rings there, or the tubes on the water. It would be nice if they were functional, so your character could actually go and lie on that. So I'm going to try, let's go to the resort. I'm looking for the massage place and so the, you know, elusive snorkeling. I think I'm just going to click here. rather than getting lost again like I did last time. Okay, so it does actually tell you in which area you are and what room area. I guess but again, I don't think I would have found the place that I actually booked in just by walking around. Okay, so it's quite a nice little touch that they added a little message saying they've checked me out, but if I do feel like it, I can just check in again. So it's a nice little touch. Really makes you feel like you are simulating a resort or a hotel. So look at the entryway of this. This is so stunning. Like the water, the bridge, and then again the sort of water feature here. So it looks like they've added like a little arcade area. So let's go to the entrance, have a look. Trying to see how I can get a massage. Okay, so let's try this out. Okay, so my character is not interested in playing basketball for some reason. She's not having it. So let's try out this high striker game. Also, I love the fact like while I'm in this area, there's NPCs actually generating. So again, makes the place feel alive. Okay, so that didn't do too much, and here comes a person with the same clothes as me. Okay, she does not like that. Okay, so she looked like she wasn't a fan of the basketball, but my confidence grew, and now she's excited. So it's a whole roller coaster of emotions going on there. Okay, so she actually won something with this game, which is really cute. So I don't know why she's not putting it in her bag and just puts it on the shelf, but okay, we'll get it just now. So does anyone else have a love-hate relationship with those claw machines? Just try and let me just look. I want to see if you can actually buy any of these plushies, but you can't. But anyway, to get back to these claw machines, I'm such a sucker. I always want to get something like that, and my poor husband has to try and attempt to win plushies, and 90% of the time we do not. And you sink so much money into it, you might as well have just bought the plushie online somewhere, and save the frustration and the money. I'm such a sucker for plushies. I love collecting them. So I have like plushies all around my house as well. So I'll never miss the opportunity to play that machine. So let me just actually put this plushie that we won earlier in the bag. And then let's see. So I wonder if you can play the pool table with someone else. So it looks like you can only practice it for now. I mean, maybe there is the ability to play with other Zois if you interact with them and talk with them and have like a certain relationship with them, or you build. Okay, don't mind the sim glitching into me. Oh, not some Zoe. Also, I love the fact they added bowling into the game. Again, I'm not trying to compare. Wow. The whispering in my ear, you know, especially if you're sitting alone in a room, is so creepy because you have no idea where it's coming from. But anyway, so what was I talking about? Oh, the bowling. So it's really nice that they actually added this into the free DLC, because with the Sims, there's actually a pack that I don't know if it's a game pack or if it's like a stuff pack. But anyway, you have to pay to add a bowling area and activities. So it's really nice that, you know, InZoi has actually added it in as a free DLC. It just makes you appreciate them more. Again, this is just my opinion. I'm not ratting on anyone. I'm not trying to, you know, invoke any hate or, you know, because it's just my opinion. But EA do love to make money on every little thing. Yeah, there's that whispering again. I'm sure it's the TV behind me that's making that in the game. I mean, but I'm gonna get out of this area. I'm just a little like don't want to do that anymore. And also, we're here to do the spa activities, so I'm not here to watch TV. Okay, so it looks like I need to feed my InZoi, my Zoe. So I'm going to look at the food options. Just going to order some bread, and just look at the facility, see where I can get food, and then also look at the massage area, and also, but look at the way they've displayed the food here. I mean, again, it looks so stunning. Like, it's just so well done, and like it looks like food that I would actually want to eat if I'm on vacation. I probably would never eat that. It's just too much sweet stuff, but it looks so nice. I don't know where my character is going. Okay, so just looking. Looks like they have like a little racing feature here for the turtle. I think this is Turtle Beach, so it's really on theme, which is really nice. I'm trying to zoom in so you can actually see what it is, and into the little characters on the wall. Okay, so it looks like I need coins to participate in the race. So it looks like I can use this little booth to do that. Okay, sorry. I am trying to get to the little animation. There we are. There's a better look at it. Probably not the best angle, but isn't that cute? The little little racer turtles there. You can see a little animation what they look like. Okay, so my soy is still eating. Also, what I love is that the grass outside is not just green. And they actually added like textures and like some browns in there, so it doesn't look so flat, which is actually really nice. It's a nice little attention to detail. Okay, so they actually give you the stats of the turtles, so you can read about them and see what their attributes are, and then make an educated guess on which one to use in your racing. But of course, I'm going to do none of that. I just want to go by feel. I have no idea where my characters run off to. No, that's not her, just somebody wearing the same outfit as me again. Okay, so she's having a conversation. Yeah, so there's that Pocket Market pop-up again. It feels like that thing pops up quite a lot. Okay, so my Zoe did not like that interaction. For some odd reason, she's annoyed. Don't know what he said to her, but she obviously didn't like it. So yeah, so this is like the third time this thing has popped up. What is this interaction? Don't pocket me, that's a scam. Okay. So I remember like when InZoi first came out, a lot of people were complaining about the fact that it had no personality. There was no quirkiness to the game. So it looks like they've put in a little bit of effort to actually add that little bit of, you know, humor and, you know, quirkiness. It's a little dry. I do appreciate the dry humor. I think I have that one myself. So at least they're trying, you know. Again, early access, they first want to get the functionality right and then bring in that sort of personality which sort of, you know, makes their game different and makes them that. And I think in a way, like, this game has sort of achieved that. They are very family friendly, they're family orientated. I mean, the developer has spoken about that. He grew up with The Sims as well. He loved playing it. His kid loved it. That's why he decided to make this game, I think. And I think they are definitely achieving it. Like I said, like the Sims, you know, it took them 10 years to basically have a fully fledged game, and there's still features missing that were in The Sims 3 and The Sims 2. So like, give this game basically some time to cook and like fully develop. I mean, they are on early access, and you can have your opinion about it. You know, the publisher being, or the developer house being Krafton, so they have no need to put something in early access. They have enough money, but I think just give it some time and have it, you know, wait what they do with it. Okay, so I love the fact that they added a sauna. I'm going to try that out. Still trying to figure out how to use the spa. Again, it's not that obvious to me, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. It's probably the same as the accommodation, that I just need to find the proper board or the ticketing system for this. Okay, so again, I wish you could do that by clicking on the person sitting at the front desk. It would be a nice little feature to have, or at least that would be the obvious choice for me. But I'm just obviously missing something small. But I do love the way it looks. Like, it's very simple, minimalistic. You know what you expect from a spa. Like when the spas that I go to look like this, or very similar to that. Okay, so found it. Okay, so this is very similar to the Sims, as there's a pack that they just brought out recently, which is called Businesses and Hobbies, or Hobbies and Businesses. I can't even remember. I've bought the pack. I've just never really played it. But they have like a similar, I think, like a ticketing system, where you have a ticketing system before you enter the building or the area, and then inside you basically have paid for the facilities, and you can use it at will. which is nice. I'm thinking about doing a video on that, like playing businesses and hobbies, and hobbies and businesses. I can't remember. Don't quote me on that. So let me know what you think, if I should do that. Have a look at the pack. I'm probably going to do it regardless. I don't have a lot of people commenting on my videos right now, so I just have to go off the fact that I'm just doing what I want, and like that I love to do it. I love the fact that she changed into her robe, so that's a cute little detail. Um, I just wish when now she's getting a massage that they would change into either like a bathing suit or a towel. That would have been a nice little attention to detail. But I understand, again, this is a family friendly game, so that's probably something that's either a little bit too risque, or they haven't like thought of doing that. Again, early access, room for improvement. I do like the little interactions though. It's very cute. So I'm just clicking on some of the massages and the facilities. So I've actually wanted to try this kind of pedicure in real life. So again, I love the attention to detail on this. So this pedicure is basically where you put your feet in water, and then there's like these little fish. I can't remember what they're called right now, but they basically eat away your dead skin. I know it sounds completely gross, but apparently it's like a really cool experience, right? That's what life is about, experiencing those little like weird things and quirkiness. So I can actually see here you can actually speak to the spa staff and actually get the different treatments, which is nice. Again, I would have wished that for the reception, like when we basically checked into the hotel or for the resort or any of the waiting staff. Again, it might completely be on me because I didn't talk to the staff and like build up a relationship, but I feel like that's not something you necessarily should be doing or doing. But anyway, I think this is a good time to end the video. I've explored quite a bit. I'm sure I've missed a couple of things, and but anyway, like, do let me know if I need to do another video to explore more, or go look at it yourself. Like, go have fun, go have a look at the update. It's a free update if you really own the game. If you're considering buying the game, it's probably a good idea to go buy it in the early access. But anyway, yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed this episode and my random ramblings, and I hope to see you in the next episode. So, yeah, bye. Thank you for watching.